What's up, everyone? It is 5 minutes until 1 on Saturday morning, and I'm just getting out. I got about 2 hours and 30 minutes still to drive, so I'm not going to get down to where I want to get until about 3:30 this morning. I got a tent in the truck, I got a sleeping bag and a pillow, and so I'm just going to get there and throw the tent up and then get a few hours of sleep, and I'm going to shed hunt Saturday morning until, well, at least till 1 or 2 in the afternoon. But I do got to get back home at a decent time tomorrow because I'm giving the sermon on Sunday. So it's kind of a whirlwind trip. It's going to be a long night. I've just been super busy this week and haven't had a chance to get out earlier. And football is going to be starting next week. So this is kind of my last hurrah to maybe hopefully find a shed in another county. So next time you see me, it'll be tomorrow morning. Well, this morning, but the sun will be up, and see if we can find some sheds. Thanks for coming along, guys.
Oh, man, guys, I'm tired. It is 7:30. It was, what did I say last night? 3:40 or 3:50 when I got the tent set up and crawled in. So, getting ready to jump out and start the hike. It's supposed to be 98 today. It's supposed to be really hot down here. So, and I'm already borderline cramping. I cramped during the night. I played in a volleyball tournament with my wife yesterday before coming down here. So we'll see how the day goes. I got the tent put away. Got my sleeping gear and stuff all put away in the truck. It's about 7:50. So we're gonna get out and start hitting it, turn this around and show you the view I got a chance to wake up to this morning. So not a bad way to start the day. I couldn't decide if I wanted to just start hiking straight from here, but I think what I'm gonna do is drive up to the base of the mountain and work the higher stuff first before it gets real hot. Kind of the steeper stuff, and then when it gets hot, I'll come back down on these flats. It's supposed to be, I can't remember if it said 96 or 98 today down here, but it's supposed to get hot. So there's where we're going to be headed. Got our first horny toad of the trip, guys. He's pretty skittish though. Let's see if we can even get up here and let you see him. He's running off pretty fast. He doesn't want any part of me. All right, we got a little bit of elevation out of the way. Truck's down there in that little basin. This is what we're going to be hiking in all day today. I'm going to head up this little draw right there with all the trees. Kind of start on the south end of it and then just grid it back and forth up to the top. And then drop down over into this canyon that's a little more wooded. There's some pines and even a couple groves of aspen in the corner up there. And then work my way back towards the truck. So that's the plan. If I get up there though and there's more or less sign on one side than the other, then that may change. But that's what I'm thinking initially. All right, guys, we're only about 20 minutes in, and we got a shed, baby. It's just a little 2-point. Tucked down here, I walked pretty much right on it. That's okay. It's been out here a few years. It's probably 3 or 4 years old. Hey, guys, I'm in Tooele County. I have never found a shed in Tooele County. Well, at least since I started doing the shed tour. I found a shed down here, a couple sheds down here years ago. But I haven't found one since I started doing the Utah29 Shed Tour. So Tooele County just got knocked off, baby. Thank you, Lord, for helping me to find that. I mean, obviously I had to walk right up on that to see that little guy. But that's exciting. We're only 20 minutes in, so maybe that's a sign of things to come. We got one down. Let's see if we can stack a few more up and see if we can find some bigger ones.
got up in the saddle and I've just been working it back and forth, back and forth. You can tell we've gained even more elevation. I wish this had smell-o-vision. These mahoganies up here smell so good. They always smell good in the spring. A lot of times when you get into like late July and August, I know it's early July, but as it gets drier, they don't smell as much. But man, they smell great up here. And I'm going across this ridge, just back and forth. I basically walk all the way across to the other side of that ridge. Then I go up the hill about 10 yards and then work my way back. Just back and forth, typewriter style. We'll keep doing that till we get up to that rock outcropping up there. Then we'll scoot in through that saddle over there and then over to the other side. Big old moon up in the sky. It's a pretty day. It's hot. I don't know what the temperature is right now. I think I mentioned earlier it's supposed to be 96 down here, I think, today. So I would guess it's probably in the mid 80s right now. Trying to get the shadow out of the way. There's a piece of a marmot skull right there. Those long front curved teeth. Side hill in this country here. Trying to work my way all the way over to that ridge where you see some of those pines and that grove of aspen. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. Moon's still up above the mountains. That's cool. Gonna sit here in the shade and cool off for a little bit and refuel. I haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm about 2.5 hours into the hike. We just found the one shed. So I'm getting a little protein and salt in me with this tuna creation with rice and beans. I mean, they don't taste great, but they're easy to pack. They're light, and they only have 110 calories, 7 grams of protein. Anyway, so that, but I don't like hiking with that taste in my mouth. So after we finish that, we're gonna go with some Nutter Butters. But pretty view, just sitting here behind this little mahogany in the shade, looking out over the valley. Guys, I could tell I was on the verge of cramping. So I started heading back down, even though I didn't get up to that thicket of aspen I wanted to. I just started out dehydrated. I was cramping last night when I was sleeping in the tent. My wife and I played in a volleyball tournament. I said yesterday, it was actually last night. It didn't start until 6:30 on Friday evening, and we got done at about 11:30 Friday evening. And I couldn't catch up. And so anyway, I started heading back down. I'm cramping in both my quads right now. I stopped to eat a little bit more to get some salt in me. I've got 1 bottle of water left. I'm gonna down that. But so it's gonna be slow going coming out of here. So I should have started heading back just a little bit earlier. But anyway, I think I started heading back down in time. I should be fine. I've got, like I said, I got 1 bottle of water left. I'll drink about half that now to get some fluid in me and then just go slow on the way down. But yeah, both my left and my right quads were both cramped at the same time trying to come up this little hill. So we'll see when we get down to the truck. All right, guys, I made it back to the truck. I only cramped up 1 more time. I can tell I'm right on the edge. In fact, I'll probably cramp when I climb in. So that's going to wrap up the video. Just real quickly, I want to do the Minute on the Mountain and the channel shout out. So the Minute on the Mountain is Proverbs 18:2, which is, fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. That's a verse I've been thinking about and reading a lot, because that describes me sometimes on particular situations. Once I make my mind up, I don't really seek understanding. I just like to air my own opinion. And I've noticed that with the COVID COVID-19 stuff. I've noticed it with all the racial tension and everything that's going on in our country, that often once I make my mind up or take a position, I don't really listen to hear other people's perspective. I'm not saying we have to change our mind. I mean, sometimes we are on the right side of an issue, but obviously we want to seek understanding, we want to seek wisdom. So hopefully I will really listen to people. Hopefully I really take the time to really hear their perspective, even if I don't agree with it. But who knows, maybe I'll learn something. So that's the Man on the Mountain, Proverbs 18:2. Check that out when you have some time. And then the channel shout out is Kathy's Outdoor Adventures. Kathy's Outdoor Adventures. She's got some great hiking videos. She's got some great off-roading videos. They tackle some crazy technical stuff in some of her videos. So I'll put a link in the description box. Check her channel out when you have some time. Thanks for coming along with me today, guys. Glad we picked up a shed. We got to knock off another county on the Utah29 Shed Tour. Even though I would have loved to have found more than one, as long as I get one in each county, I'm pretty happy. So we got one knocked off. Thanks for coming.